guys, come watch me glue these magnets onto this nail cutter. I finally got a nail length cutter, and this one is linked on my Amazon storefront, which is linked in my bio. And I was using the KDS glue to glue it on. I don't know what I just said. I used the KDS glue to glue it on, and I thought I fucked up here because for some reason, like me putting it directly over it, it didn't want to attach. So I had to just wing it, like bring it closer to the magnet, and that way, like me doing that, it automatically attached. I don't know. It was weird, I guess. But yeah, I love it.
Beginner nail tech must-haves part 3. You'll need it more than you think. A must for 3D flowers. Holds monomer, glue, and acrylic brush. Lint-free paper towels. Protect your workspace. Cherry on top. Smells so good. Smooth base for nail art. You and Frenchies. A need. Strong AF. Makes life so much easier. Keep them clean and lint-free. Just get it. Perfect for acrylic and gel polish. One of the most common things for new nail technicians is when you're using a nail drill, you're not really familiar with using a nail drill, so you accidentally can cut into a client. You don't want to do that, but no worries. Here I present to you the Wing Nails 5-in-1 Safety Drill Bit. It is a golden tool. This is gold right here. Literally, you're going to go over the cuticle area, you're going to seal the cuticles, and if you have any bumps, you're going to smooth all that out. The whole nail surface, literally you will not cut your client. Thank me later. Test it on yourself. Use the code TikTok at checkout. Link is in the bio. Thank you. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to prep like a pro for maximum retention. We're going to start off by pushing back the cuticles very gently. This is just to expose more of the nail plate. I then go in with my nib bit by A Galore from forward and reverse at an RPM of 7 to clean off the nail plate and around the cuticle very well. Then I do go in with my nippers and cut off all the dead cuticle or the dead skin. Make sure not to cut the live skin or cut your client, as that will cause them to bleed, and we do not want that. So go around very, very gently. Next, we're going to go in with our sanding band. I use my sanding band at an RPM of 4 just to take off the shine off of the natural nail and gently push back the cuticles as well. Next, I do go in with my cuticle nippers once again and cut off any skin that I might have missed or that I pushed up with my sanding band. And that's it, guys. Things that you really don't need to buy if you're a beginner nail tech. Numero uno. You really don't need to have 2 lights in the beginning. Have one really, really good light, but save up for 2 later. You don't need them in the beginning. Number 2, you don't need colored acrylics. Say it with me, you don't need them. Save your money, buy a really good cover acrylic color, which is Valentino Beauty Pure Classic Nude, hands down, slay the house down. That's all you need, and then do your gel color on top. Thank me later. Number 3, I'm gonna be the girl that tells you that you don't need a size 14 acrylic brush. You don't need it. Don't even think about it. If you're a beginner, it's way too big. Bigger is not always better. Start with a Supreme size 10. I promise you, 8 is too small, 12 gets a little too big, and if you're doing an active length, 10, size 10. Chef's kiss. Number 4, you don't need these. You don't need these little glitter thingies. I swear to God, the ones that have Fendi, Gucci, Prada, and like stars and snowflakes and all of that, you don't need them. You don't. Don't waste your money. I swear to God, you're never going to use them, and there's going to be like never a time in the beginning that you're ever going to need to encapsulate those. I promise. And number 5, don't do this to your gel colors. Don't. These are for acrylics only. Put your gel colors in a book. A book like this. It's going to take you forever and a half to, put it all together, but I promise you can see everything. The little sticks, they're for cover acrylic colors. Leave them alone. Get a book. Better. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I love you. Okay, bye. How I apply my acrylic in real time. I start with a big bead, and once I place it, I make sure to point the finger down and let gravity help me. I begin to tap my acrylic to completely cover the tip. Then I clean up the sides to mold it to my liking. For my cuticle bead, I place it just below the cuticle and quickly pick up the sides to avoid it touching the skin. Then I push my bead as close to the cuticle as possible while pointing the finger down to avoid flooding of the cuticle. Once my bead covers the entire nail, I clean the sidewalls with the tip of my brush to avoid lifting from the sides of the nail. And all done. Nail tech. Do's and don'ts. Part 1. Disinfect and sanitize my tools to prepare for clients. So the first thing that I do is prepare my barbicide solution, and I use 16 ounces of water to 1 ounce of barbicide, and yes, I use a shot glass to measure because it's 1 ounce. So these are my dirty tools. So the first step is to sanitize your tools, and I just use this little brush and soap and water and clean them really well. Then I put them into my barbicide solution and let my tools sit for about 10 minutes. And so after 10 minutes, you can take them out, and I like to pat them dry. And this last step that I do is optional, but I like to pack them in sterilization packs. And I put a cuticle pusher, a nipper, and a nail clipper in each, and then I just seal them shut, and I have them prepared for my clients for the next day. How to make extra money as a nail tech. There's a tornado.